So this job here over on Loomis Trail Road, all we were doing is cleaning the gutters, and not just the outside, I mean the inside, but also the outside. So they had a bunch of mildew growing, and this is actually a rental property, and their owners are coming, so we cleaned them all up, just essentially with a brush. Too much rain right now to do any sort of earth moving or grading stuff, so stuff like this will keep us busy. Alright, so it continues to be super wet here and lots of rain, so we can't do any sort of grading or excavation, anything like that. And so right now, we are doing mulch jobs, gutter cleanouts, pressure washing, things like that. So this is a mulch install up here in Semiahmoo. We've got around 25 yards of fine brown mulch. We put in all the beds around the entire property. So just make it look good. So there's two different types of mulches. You got your medium mulch and your fine mulch. This is the fine mulch. Medium is a little more chunky. The fine will usually decompose and kind of become a compost in the soil within about 2 to 3 years. So all around the property here, we got all of these beds being mulched today. Got the plywood out just to protect the grass. Doesn't get too wet and muddy. Just another beautiful day. Beautiful spring morning here in the Pacific Northwest. The liquid sunshine. Last minute change of plans on everyone's schedule. It's raining so hard we really can't do mowing, or we could, but it'd be absolute pain to do for the guys. So change of plans, we're going to do a small excavator job, and then we got another crew going to finish up a landscaping job. Last minute change of plans, but working in this is going to be absolutely miserable. Alright, so this is a new construction job, new development out in Ferndale. Back here we'll be putting a new lawn, landscaping this back area, building a bit of a pond and retaining wall, landscaping this whole backyard as well as the front yard. Beautiful view here of the valley. Alright, so we're here in Ferndale doing a tree trimming job, getting all these bushes away from the house. We've got some Japanese maple, evergreens, arborvitae, and in the backyard they got a wisteria plant that's completely taken over their entire back porch and patio area and the lattice. So you can see here, it's completely taken over. It started to rip apart and break their lattice here. It's just completely shredding it to pieces. And the real concern, you can see here, this lattice is completely getting broken up and bent out of shape. But what the real concern is it's starting to get up on the house. So we're gonna get up on top of this, cut it all that back, haul it all up to the dump. You can see there it's starting to crawl up the house, and getting that under your siding or really anywhere in your house is not a good thing. It can really tear up your roofing and all of that. So taking these out. Okay, so we got this wall here that we are repairing. Quite a few of the rocks had fallen off. The mortar in here had broken up. As you can see, it's like almost like a dust after many years of wear and tear. So I had to attach some of these rocks, put new mortar around the edges, make it look decent again on the rock wall. Alright, so we've been doing a bunch of mulch jobs recently. This one's a little bit of a mulch job, but we're also going to be installing beds all in here, putting a round circular bed in the middle. All of this is going to come out. We're going to create a berm up front here along the road and put roses inside of there. There's actually a duplex here in Blaine, and so on this side we'll be doing the same exact thing. You can see here the beds are kind of overgrown, all underneath the bushes here, and we're gonna put the berm up front there as well. Also just to clean up lots of branches. The backyard's pretty overgrown, need a bunch of the new tree growth kind of to be cut down. You can see here that bed there is gonna get cleared out. Just kind of cleaning this back area up. But yeah, we've been doing lots of mulch installs the last few days since it is so wet still from our spring and so much rain. We haven't been able to do any grading or excavation. So those will be a few more weeks and we'll get started on some of those bigger jobs. So I haven't been showing you too many of these mulch jobs, but this one's kind of cool. We'll be putting in beds in the middle, cleaning out these beds and giving it a fresh look, planting a bunch of plants next week. Alrighty, so on this job we are going to be installing this driveway. You can see here I got a gravel driveway and it dips down by about a foot to a foot and a half. So we're going to fill this all in with 5/8 minus that will compact. In this back area they're going to install a lawn. So right now they got a ton of grass, got roots growing up. So we come in here with the bobcat, clear this all out, and essentially rototill it all up, then grade it, and then hydroseed it. So that will be coming up next week. Day is almost done, got some sunshine today. Got the trailers all loaded up, mowing crew, landscaping crew, getting a bunch of boulders tomorrow. We're finally able to start doing some excavation and grading stuff. So tomorrow's the first retaining wall that we're doing with an excavator, and we're gonna be backfilling with some good garden soil and to make a garden out of it. So finally getting some interest here, interesting stuff going on, and we just got a couple more crews coming in for the day. Nice sunshine filled the day, and so trying to get ahead on some mowing jobs. So this is one job we're doing at Lake Whatcom today. We're going to be putting a natural retaining wall in here, and then some flagstone steps up to the side gate, and trying to prevent this from erosion. I'm just making it look better. All right, so the job is in progress now. We got a berm here, as well as a nice berm following the parallel with the yard over there. Brought in 7 yards of garden blend for that, and now we're going to continue to mulch these areas. You see, cut all the grass out. We'll cover it with fabric today and continue to mulch a bit. Alright, we're just getting started here at the yard. 7 o'clock in the morning, just getting a bunch of boulders into the trailer for a retaining wall that we'll be making today. Alright, so here they are wanting to put in a retaining wall. As you can see here, they got right now a bunch of steps that are wooden and rotting. We're going to take all of those out and put in flagstone, make the pathway a little bit wider here. And then along this side, the slopes kind of come down, and they want to have a pathway here that is nice and flat. So we're going to build a retaining wall straight along this line and make this a flat pathway, and then a terraced lawn in the front. On the side here, big drop down, we're gonna have to do 2 terraces worth of stone, some larger stone, as well as steps going down the side. We will replace these wooden steps and the lava rock, which I don't like too much. We'll take it all out and put in a pathway with flagstone steps going down to the backyard. All right, progress update here at the job. Got some more boulders, got the soil, and are finishing up the side wall here. You can see here we got some good garden blend soil for planting, and we built the wall about 5-6 feet tall and built it right along there. Now there'll be a pathway here. Tomorrow we'll be installing flagstone steps up to that gate, because right now this is a very slippery, mossy slope. So this is the rock wall. Still gotta finish up some small things, throw some smaller rocks into the cracks, but all in all, much better looking than a slope of eroding soil. Alright, so on this project we are going to be installing a new lawn. They have removed trees, they have a whole bunch of foliage back here that needs to be removed, so we're going to rototill it essentially with the bobcat. All that brush back there will become an arborvitae, and then we'll install sod halfway up this hill and create this into a flower bed. Alright, so things are starting to take shape here at this mulch install. Whole bunch of roses on the berm. Same thing over on this side, got roses on the berm. And then also created a symmetrical centerpiece here. The sundial. And planting is going in the front here as well. Finished putting in all this mulch, road fabric underneath to prevent the weeds from growing in the future. All right, so here we got a project we did, retaining wall here in the bottom. They wanted to put another one up top. All this natural vegetation is coming down that hill. They don't want to deal with it. So we're going to create another one of these walls up above there, where you can pass the line between where they've been clearing and not. We're going to make another terrace up there, and then they'll allow all that natural vegetation just to go crazy and have a terrace here to do some gardening.